Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. You see what I did there, didn't you? You see what I did there this morning. I was at the Red Brick House. Boom, just like that. Through the magic of the Eisenhower road system, I'm back here at the man cave, just like that. Boom, just faked you out, didn't I? Just faked you out. As we sit here 58 days away from the kickoff of the NFL season and a little over 3 weeks before I head out to Oxnard to see the Dallas Cowboys, we have one Rain Dakota Prescott doing his youth camp, along with CeeDee Lamb doing his as well. And CeeDee Lamb said, listen, don't step to me with any questions that aren't about the kids. Don't ask about my contract situation or anything like that. This here, it's about the kids and the future generation of football players. And Dak Prescott, of course, he was asked. He didn't put any edict out there like that where you couldn't ask him anything in particular or anything like that. Dak basically said, it's all up to my agent and this, that, and the other, and let him handle it and so on. But I always say, it's kind of like when people joke. There's always a little bit of seriousness in every joke. You understand that, right? You know that. We kid because we love. No, we're actually cutting up on you. And in the same way, sometimes you have to read between the lines of what people say. And I want to bring up this conversation and interaction. And I want to pose the question because I listened to it when I was coming up the road, and then I heard it again when I got back here. And in my mind, did he basically say that if he doesn't get a deal before the season, that he's focused on the season? Does that mean that that's the line drawn in the sand, that we're not going to negotiate once the season starts? Let's listen to it. Okay, let's listen to it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm great. Honestly, I'm getting older. It's the same ankle, right, that I snapped and had a national surgery on 4 years ago. So, a couple of hard days of training, and you get a little sore, and then you're going on a fishing trip, and you want to protect it and make sure that things don't get worse. So, literally, it's absolutely nothing. That's why I said people are reaching, trying to make things that they aren't. I'm getting older. Have to take care of my body. Have to be smart. And if I can take precautions and lessening something by putting on a boot, I'm gonna do it. And so, sorry that it caused such a whirlwind. Yeah, okay. I'm great. Honestly, I'm getting older.
It's this one. Sorry, I got it backwards, but let's listen to this one. Okay.
Again. Yeah, I mean, there's been conversations back and forth, but for the most part, for me, as y'all know, I've been letting my agent do that, especially as we get right here into training camp. Day one of training camp, my mind flips to just obviously helping my team and just doing everything I can within the organization and on the football field to make sure that I'm my best and everyone around me is their best, and the money and all that will take care of itself as it always has.
Now, maybe I'm making up more than that. Once training camp gets here, my mind flips to doing the best I can, basically. Listen to it again.
Yeah, I mean, there's been conversations back and forth, but for the most part, for me, as y'all know, I've been letting my agent do that, especially as we get right here into training camp. Day one of training camp, my mind flips to just obviously helping my team and just doing everything I can within the organization and on the football field to make sure that I'm my best and everyone around me is their best, and the money and all that will take care of itself as it always has.
Now, so two things in here that I want to say. Again, when he says that my mind flips, does that mean your mind and your agent, that we're just flipping the switch and that we're off? Now, that may be reaching. That may be reaching a little bit there, okay? But it could be a subtle dig to the Cowboys to say, you got 2 weeks to do this, and then we're going to focus in on the season and see what happens. That's one way that you could take it. The other part I want to say is very subtle, very, very subtle, But it sounds like Dak Prescott does not want to go anyplace. And the reason I say this is because of the way he referred to the team. I want you to listen to when people talk about, when they're playing. Generally speaking, what they'll do, it's kind of like doctor's bedside manner. Okay? Doctors are very cold. They're not real warm and fuzzy. Oh, let me give you, no, because they have to make life and death calls. So they don't want to be invested into the person. They want to be just rational. And so NFL players typically will say things like, I'm here to help this team. I'm here to help this team. I remember, because see, I learned that lesson from Demario Davis, who was sitting right over there. And we were talking about him when he was with the Jets. And I was sitting there thinking, I would love to see you on the Cowboys. And boy, would I have been right, because they have had such linebacker problems. And he would have been the solution to all of them. But be that as it may, because we would have still had that first-round pick that we had on Van Der Esch to use for somebody else. And he's still going strong. He passed Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch and Anthony Bars and all that. But be that as it may, what he said was, you have to understand that I am an independent contractor. I get a 1099 at the end of the year. The team is me. That's the team. It's Team Davis. And most players are that way. That's why you see them. Hey, we're working out with the enemy and stuff. We're friends and all that. This is a business transaction. I'm not going to get emotionally, involved with this team where it's my team. Listen to Dak now, how he responds to this.
Again. Yeah, there's been conversations back and forth, but for the most part for me, as y'all know, I've been letting my agent do that, especially as we get right here into training camp. Day one of training camp, my mind flips to just obviously helping my team and just doing.
Helping my team. My and this. It's only one word. It's only one word, but it is truly powerful. My team. I'm taking ownership of it. This is part of me, as opposed to this team. If Dak Prescott was already thinking about, hey, I can't wait to get out of here. I'm hitting the eject button. We're going to just play this thing off and get out of here and go someplace else and get paid. Get paid. That's when you start disassociating yourself with the team. That's when you get the bedside manner. Listen to him again.
Again. Yeah, there's been conversations back and forth, but for the most part for me, as y'all know, I've been letting my agent do that, especially as we get right here into training camp. Day one of training camp, my mind flips to just obviously helping my team and just doing everything I can within the organization and on the football field to make sure that I'm my best and everyone around me is their best, and the money and all that will take care of itself, as it always has.
So, what does all this mean? You're saying, Mark, you're saying two different things. You're saying two different things. No, actually, I'm not. But it could be that Dak Prescott is saying, hey, pay me before training camp, or you can after the season, because I'm betting on me. I want to be here. This is my team. So we have to watch and see what happens. We'll see if the Cowboys take the hint and or want that guy to be their quarterback. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? All right, good people, as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies, and even you trolls.